Also here as a representative for financial aid. So if you are planning to apply or you have applied and you have questions, please let me know. Just to get a little understanding, how many here have already applied for their GI Bill benefits? And you've already provided me your documentation of your letters, correct? Wonderful. Who has not applied for their VA benefits? Okay. You and I, we will need to talk so we can go ahead and get that going. All right. My next question, who here has or is planning to apply for financial aid? Fill out that FAFSA application. Wonderful. Who needs to still fill out that FAFSA? We'll talk to. Okay, so definitely want to get together. I am here today. If you have any questions, please let me know how I can assist you. Thank you.
I guess you're going to hear a lot from me today. So after Paige speaks, we have a 5-minute break, as you see, and everything is going rapidly, so we might have a little bit longer break. But please get you something to drink. Bathrooms are over here. I just walk out the door and your bathroom's over here. It's early in the morning, so here we go. So take a break, look at your folder. You have any questions, bullet point them, write them down. There are some little sticky notes. Listen, I've been up for a long time getting everything together. So if something's wrong or something doesn't make sense, just come see me, okay? Because I got like little notes and they don't probably make sense, but they make sense to me. Okay, so just look through your stuff. If something, because I know a lot of people were waiting for some classes to open up. They did that purge yesterday, so this morning there should be some classes to open up. And I did register somebody they're in CJC. I can't remember the name, but I know they're in the criminal justice. They were waiting for a criminal justice class, and I put on there, I register you for your class. So because they had it planned, and I was like, oh, let me just register that. Because our systems were doing something really interesting today. So just make sure you're looking at that. If you hate your program and that's really not what you want to be in, then let us know that as well so we can get you set and settled. If you have to leave before we start registering and those kinds of things, just make an appointment with me. I will not be here tomorrow. Just for you to know. So if it's tomorrow, I'm not going to be here. But after that, I'll be here. So if you just want to make an appointment because you can't stay, but if not, then we'll roll everybody through and register you. Okay? Yes, ma'am. There is. Let me go get it. You're welcome. Okay, so it's FT Wi-Fi, and then it will ask you to put your name and agree to the terms. Does that make sense? So it's FT Wi-Fi. and it will ask you for your name and agree to the terms. So that should get you in. And listen, so if somebody got a better snack than you on their table, go meet them and say hello. Like, can I get your snack? I'm just saying, you know. Who does not have computers? One, two. Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys your computers. Does everybody know how to log in with your credentials? So when you're using your computer, these computers, you have to log in with your credentials. Does everybody know how to do that? Because if you don't, you should do it anyway. When we do onboarding, you're going to have to log in. Okay? Does everybody know how to do that? Yeah, TechLink to get in. Okay, so what you'll do your steps. Have you? When did you register? Does anybody else know how to do it or have not done it yet? Everybody can get in their email. You know where your TechLink and your Blackboard are. You get. Well, she'll walk you through, but it will be on your tech. She's going to walk you through your TechLink. Yeah. So you can. It's going to be your my for Sci Tech. Actually, is what it's going to be. Okay. So.
All right. Good morning. I'm understanding from Ms. Sharice, I probably have another 10, 15 minutes before some of our representatives here on campus start giving their information of what resources we have available. If anybody would like, have any questions for me or need to come see me in the meantime, please come on and see me at this time. Thank you.
Okay, so I see a lot of our internal resources, so we're going to start. So, um, who would like to go first?
Yeah, we'll go right after there. Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you on this rainy morning? Good. My name is Katie Waugh, and I am the coordinator of our Shugart Women's Center here on campus. And the center is here to support, obviously, our women on campus, and we do that through advocacy, programming, and leadership development. And so I'll talk to you about a few things that fall under that. In terms of advocacy, we can provide referrals, connections to community resources, if anyone would happen to need that. We also have a women and children's boutique along with diapers and wipes that are part of that boutique. However, you do not have to be a woman to use that boutique if you do have children. Anyone is welcome to use that for children's clothing. We also have one of our child care grants here on campus called the North Carolina Child Care Grant. So if you do have a child ages 0 to 12, we can provide assistance in the form of a reimbursement if they are in a licensed, it can be unlicensed facility as well, or in a home provider setting. In terms of programming, we just have programming throughout the year, some educational, some just fun, but they focus on different women's issues with the goal to provide that education, to bring women together, and just to kind of celebrate what it is to be a woman and all those unique things that come with that. And then for leadership development, we have a mentorship program. It's called Waves, and it is a year-long program, so it starts in the fall. It lasts through the spring semester. If you are a part of that program, you get connected with a mentor on campus that you will have to meet with monthly. You get specific workshops for you around leadership topics. And then you also have some community service things thrown in there as well. I'm going to leave my card on this table, some cards if anybody has any questions or wants to reach out after this, feel free to email me.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jessica Rogers. I represent TRIO programs, student support services in particular. I work with first generation students. Also, students may be recipients of any typically federal funding, maybe Pell Grants or anything such as that. Basically, an income limited student, as well as maybe a student that identifies with a disability, any combination of that. What we do in our office is we help support students from start to finish with degree or certificate completion. We do that with a really wraparound service. Anything you need, we really like to demystify what school is like. That is interpreting the terminology or really just saying, I don't really know what's going on today. This is happening, and I just really need to talk this through with someone to just really figure out what this plan is. And that's really kind of what we do in our office. We do that through a host of workshops, whether it's financial literacy, time management, stress management. We partner with, honestly, all of the people you're going to hear from today. They support our mission as well as we support theirs. We do cultural experiences, better known as adult field trips. We do a lot of transfer assistance as well as transfer trips. We also provide a small pocket of grant aid, which is financial assistance, as well as we have an open lab for all of our students, which also has free printing. We like to really kind of meet the student where they are. We're open to any suggestions or questions. And you can be a TRIO student to walk through our office, or you could just be a student that just needs help to walk through our office. We are located right here in this building, Strickland 2403. Again, TRIO Student Support Services. Flyers will be on this table.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jessica Curiel. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm one of the counselors here at Counseling Services at Forsyth Tech. We offer free services to our students for short-term mental health and wellness counseling. So if you are in need of just having some support with dealing with depression, anxiety, stress management, time management, or really just need a moment to have an ear of somebody to listen to what's going on, that's what our office is available for. I always highly encourage students that whether it's for themselves or other classmates on campus, that we are an available service. We take walk-in appointments. We also do virtual and in-person appointments. Um, Again, and it is very flexible in terms of whatever needs may arise, and you can go ahead and come on in and make an appointment with us. We do have some flyers that we're also going to be leaving on this table, and you can feel free to contact any one of us and get more information there. And I don't know who's sharing next.
Good morning. My name is Brittany McLeod. I am the Assistant Director of Accessibility Resources here at the college. And what that means is we work to support and accommodate students with disabilities. So if you had an IEP or 504 in high school, maybe there's a new diagnosis as an adult, PTSD, anxiety, depression. Those are some of the accommodations that we can work to support and get you some, those are some of the disabilities that we can work through and talk through to see if you qualify for accommodations through our office. Um, it is an individualized process, and you do have to provide us with medical documentation. We will review that, kind of talk about the classes that you're going to take, the program. We would go over technical standards because our accommodations cannot alter any technical standards for a specific program. And we just kind of talk through some of those things. Once you are approved for accommodations, you would have them your entire time at Forsyth Tech. And then if you needed to request any additional accommodations, say you haven't been in school in a while and you don't really know what you need, you can always come back and have an additional conversation with us, and we can add those accommodations at any time. Our office is also a part of the Human Experience and Employee Care Division. So student conduct and Title IX fall under our division as well. So this is where you would submit any reports for harassment or discrimination. You can connect. I have some pages here as well that I'll leave. It has our office email address, our office hours, and things are on there as well. We do walk-ins on Tuesdays and Thursdays and appointments Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're very flexible with our appointments. You can do it in person, virtually, or by phone. And just to say, like, accessibility is not a privilege. So if you have a disability and you require accommodations, that is your right. And that is what our office is here to support you through. So feel free to reach out, ask any questions. And as I mentioned, I have some pages that I'll leave on the table as well. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Susan Ott. I work with digital literacy with the Academic Success Center. We are here to help with the TechLink, how to log in on TechLink, and the student resources that all of my colleague here, it's all in TechLink, how to get hold of them, and how to connect with them. And also for Blackboard, how to submit assignment, how to work with Blackboard, and how to do discussion. So our main concern is for you to succeed in your classes. And we will show you later how to do that also. And here's Fallon Puckett. He's with tutoring.
Hey there, everyone. My name is Fallon Puckett. I'm the coordinator of the Academic Success Center, which is located downstairs in this building. As Ms. Susan was saying here, part of our services have to do with digital literacy. Anything you need help with technology related, you can come find us either downstairs or book an appointment virtually. We also offer free tutoring that I'll be talking a bit more about in a moment to show you how to book a session. We have free 24/7 support. You can be sitting at home on your couch and meet with a tutor, or you can come here in person if you prefer that. We have a drop-in STEM lab, drop-in writing center, or one-on-one appointments. Whatever your preference, we can accommodate you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brandy Summy. I'm with Career Services. We are located directly across the atrium. You'll see the glass windows with the mannequins inside are showing professional wear. With Career Services, I always like to tell students we kind of help you in two different ways. So we help you determine what your career path and your career goals are going to be. And we want to make sure that the program that you in is aligning with those goals and those opportunities that you're going to be seeking after you leave for Scythe Tech. And then we also help you with the job search. So that can be like if you're looking for a job right now while you're in school, or if you're thinking about like internships along the way, as well as that full-time, hopefully full-time role once you graduate from your program. So we are here to support you in that job search with just looking for a job, as well as creating your resume, showing what experience you've had, even trying to help you put your like veterans military experience on your resume and how you can showcase those skills. As well as helping you write cover letters, practice interviewing, and just getting connected with employers in our area. So one of the big things that we started doing this past year is we have an event called Workforce Wednesday, and it is in this building in the lobby. And every single Wednesday, it's going to start August 27th, so the end of this month. We have up to 6 employers that come out from all different industries. And they are looking for people now, as well as looking for you once you're graduating. But they have all sorts of different opportunities for you to hopefully get a job, or at the very least make a connection. Because we like to tell people, at the very least, go to those kind of events and talk with an employer, because it helps you get some of those nerves out and just learn, helps you learn more about what is in our area and what opportunities could be out there for you. And then in the spring, we also host around March and April, we always host big career fairs. And so we have targeted career fairs. So we have like a business and information technology, one that's health science, one that's public safety, and a transportation one. And we might be adding another one that's more towards like our construction and that kind of area as well. So yeah, come with us, come meet us. We are here to help you. We want to see you succeed while you're here in that program that is going to best fit your needs, as well as successfully find a job once you leave. Also, I have flyers that kind of explain all of everything that we do. John, you might be next.
All right, good morning, everybody. I am John Motley. I am actually the representative for Bellevue University here on campus, a partnering school with Forsyth Tech. So when you guys do graduate with your associate's degree, maybe later on down the road, if you decide to go for your bachelor's degree, we will actually take all of your credits from Forsyth Tech, no ifs, ands, or buts, even if it's an AAS degree, transfer them over to any bachelor's degree you want to online. Now, obviously, I'm a veteran myself. I did 10 years with the military as well, so I'm an Army veteran. Anybody else Army in here? There we go. All right, cool. So I'm a veteran myself too, so I will go above and beyond for my fellow veterans, no ifs, ands, or buts. Of course, Sharice and everybody else in the Veteran Center can attest to that. I've actually enrolled several veterans that graduated from here to get their bachelor's degree, and actually I think some of them actually came back to teach in certain of the positions here. But yeah, so I'll sit down with you one-on-one to figure out what degree you want to pursue. If you want to stick with your current field of study, awesome. If you want to switch gears and do something else entirely, that's still awesome, because again, everything will still transfer over. I'll sit down with you, make sure you get your JSTs or whatever the Air Force calls them, get all your ducks in a row. Also, too, we also will give you extra credits for your experiences with what's known as a PLA, Prior Learning Assessment. So we'll take your resume, make sure we'll go through that with a fine-tooth comb, give you more credits to get your bachelor's degree knocked out. So typically programs, again, with you coming in with your associate's degree at least, and of course, obviously extra credits, give or take window time frame, you can get your bachelor's knocked out within 2 years, maybe less than that, give or take. So yeah, but if you have any questions, of course, I'll be hanging around here. But I am located again on campus. I'm in Hauser Building. It's spelled Hauser, but it's pronounced Hooser. I know, it's weird. But I'm in Hooser Building, room 242. Of course, again, if you need to get in touch with me, you need to get with myself or Miss Cherie. She'll direct you to me. We can sit down one-on-one, either in the Veteran Center or in my office. We'll share some war stories. We'll, of course, go everything with a fine-tooth comb, and go from there. But welcome here, good luck. If you guys need anything, let me know, all right? Anybody else?
Good morning. They saved the best for last. Just teasing, just teasing. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shanta Reddick. I'm the director for Tech Cares and Adult Learner Success. So what I'm going to do this morning, I'm going to start off with Tech Cares and tell you a little bit about it. And don't hesitate, I'll be back along with my lovely two new navigators this afternoon for Q&A as well. So when you think of Tech Cares, I want you to think about a place that you can go when life happens, situations come about, and that can be anything. We meet our students where they are. We do not have a cookie cutter approach, so we talk with each student and we find out what your needs are. In our area, just to give you an idea of some of those when life happens situations, we have emergency assistance. We also have our FT Connect, which is our pantry, and also tuition and book assistance. Our office is located here in this building in Suite 2382. It's myself, and also there are two navigators. I'm going to get them to stand up as I say their name. We have first Ms. Donna Zilnick. She's one of our new navigators. And then we have Ms. Atiana Whitaker as well. So they are here to meet you where you are. We are a place that is open. We give you a space to be transparent, and we give you the opportunity to share with us what your needs are. And then our goal is to be able to come up with a plan to ensure that you get to the finish line. So please, if anything I said resonated or you can think of anything, every question is a good question. Please make sure to see us when we come back in this afternoon for Q&A. Then the next part is our adult learner success piece. Because you are a veteran, you are considered to be an adult learner. We partner heavily with your Veterans Resource Center with Walt and Sharice. Our goal is to also partner to give you programming, because we know there are certain things that you may want to learn, certain things you may have ideas about. One of the things coming up is we're going to do some financial planning coming up this academic year. We're going to do some things with time management and a lot of other different programming ideas. Please come over for Q&A with that as well, because we like to hear from you, find out what you would like to know about, find out what your questions are in order to be able to complete this journey for you at Forsyth Tech. Also, do we have any students that are parents in the room? Raise them high, it's okay, because we got something special just for you. We have something called Spark, which is our Student Parent Advocacy Resource Center. We're able to connect you to some other different resources. We have a community of student parents alone, because I was also a student parent, and it always feels good to have community with other student parents, because putting our minds and our ideas together can be phenomenal and give you a chance to find about other resources in the community, or even some other ways to handle things as you're trying to balance being a parent and back in school as well. So please stop by this afternoon when we come back in. Ask us any questions, because all questions are good questions. Thank you.
So that was a lot of information. Is everybody okay? Because we're about to give you some more. So if you need a break, just shake it off, And then we're going to have our veteran student panel. So how to be successful as a veteran student. So we have 3 of our students, current students, all have different things that have happened or have not happened, good, bad, and some stuff. Okay. You got to push it. Push it, Denver. So we're doing it.
Hello. There. Okay. How's it going, y'all? My name is Denver Shadden. I was in the Navy for 10 years. My wife was in the Navy also. We were both deployed to the Persian Gulf. I did 3 tours over there. She did 1. And then we were both enginemen, second-class petty officers when we got out.
My name is Chris Roberts. I was in the Navy as well. a long time ago, from the 80s to the 90s, during Desert Shield, Desert Storm. I was in the Persian Gulf on the USS Theodore Roosevelt. So yeah, I was deployed. I was public affairs. My job was to make sure that people knew that we were the nice guys, you know, and not there just to kill them.
My name is Jade Bruner. I'm also was in the Navy. I joined in 2018. What? Okay. I only did 5 years, and I was in Japan on a destroyer, deployed a lot of the time during COVID, so kind of boring. I was an OS, which was also boring. If you know, you can shit on me. It's okay.
So the funny thing is, Walt's Navy, and we always say when we have all Navy that he picked them, but he really didn't. I started laughing. I was like, today he did not. Like, that is the funniest. When everybody said Navy, I was like, oh, that's funny. Okay, so my first question is, what specific things have been helpful with your transition to student life?
I was most nervous about the financial aspect because that all seems pretty confusing, but Miss Page is awesome and tells you exactly what you need. So, and also, as they mentioned, tutoring and being friends with students and being in those groups, because I was really nervous about, you know, not going to school for a while and going back into classes. Anyone else? Are we all answering the same question?
For me, I'm going to have to say it was everything here at Forsyth Tech. I mean, I've technically been here almost 2 years now. It's like I was a student that wasn't a student for a whole entire semester. Walt joked around, he's like, haven't you been going here already? I was like, nope, I was just here hanging out, getting to know people. But Sharice, Walt, Paige, Katie, Brittany, like everybody, they're fantastic. I mean, if you need help, they're all here for you. So for me, like I'm an older student. Obviously, I got out a long, long time ago, and there really wasn't the help that there is now. I mean, you're out there like, oh, take your DD 214 to the courthouse and have it on file, which is really a bad thing to do. Don't do that. But there was nobody. Like you had to file paperwork, you know, on the Montgomery GI Bill. Now it was like I walked in, Sharice helped me, Paige helped me, Walt helped me get into classes. Like Sharice is always there helping you. I was having a thing going on with the VRE, boom, got it taken care of. But just everything here, I mean, everybody's amazing.
I want to interject because Chris is like, and I'm old, so this is going to tell my age, the encyclopedia for SciTech. But I don't know what today's language would be, but it's the funniest thing because he probably knows every single person at those tables. So if you really, because it was a lot of information, want to just talk to him, he will direct you in the right place.
I might make you late for class too if we're like talking too much. But
So when I got out of the Navy, I got out in the end of 2023, but luckily my wife had gotten out 1 year before me and had come to Forsyth Tech and started the process. So when I tell y'all that I had literally hadn't even come to our house in North Carolina yet, my wife took me straight here and registered me for classes when I was on terminal leave, you know. And then Walt, Sharice, and Miss Page, and just all the other wonderful people around here, they really make the process a lot easier. And it almost kind of feels like a hack because, like, they just be telling me what classes I need for my program, and I'm like, okay, I got y'all.
So what things do you wish you would have knew before you came to Forsyth Tech?
Things I wish I would have known, I guess, is being more savvy with like the website of Forsyth and just the online presence in general, because I just show up for my classes and do what I'm told, you know?
again, for me, I'm gonna have to fall back on the fact that all the help that's here, I mean, it's amazing. You know, it's just if I had known that, I mean, I was like nervous about going to school. I was like, you know, I've got to take like all these tests again because it had been so long. And if I had known that there was going to be the help that's available, again, tutoring, I mean, tutoring's fantastic. If you need tutoring, don't hesitate. If you need to talk to Brittany, you know, if you have any kind of disability, talk to her. Just everybody's here. I wish I had known that because I just sat at home. I was like, I'm not going to go to school. I'm stupid. I'm old. You know, it's like, it's not going to work for me. I'm actually doing pretty well. But knowing that just don't hesitate to reach out. And don't hesitate to reach out to any of us that are here, too. I mean, we had guys that came before us. There was this guy, Bernie. Bernie's still amazing. I see him all the time. And knowing that there are other guys here and gals to help you out.
So we have a new student veteran orientation plug that we would love to start up again, and they can tell you a little bit about that. Whoever's been on that, you did our new student veteran. I mean, what did I say? Our SVA, Student Veteran Association. I was like, what did I say? Because you was looking at me, what is? So we have a Student Veteran Association, and that if you guys would like to do that, that would be something that would help you through the process. But don't ever not come and talk to us. That would probably be your worst thing, is if you don't come and talk to us, because then we can't help you, right? I'm sorry, Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good. I just tried to keep in mind before I started, as they say when you're transitioning out of the military, if you can do that, you can do anything. So even if classes are hard, you can always ask for help, as we've been saying, but don't stress out too much. The professors are very understanding, so if you are struggling, you can always go to them, or like I said, student groups. There's a student, what's it called? There's a study group that you can join with people in your class when you figure out Blackboard.
So what things would you want the people in the audience to know about your military and student experience, like that transition?
This is nothing like the military. If you have questions, they're not going to make you feel stupid. You have all these resources to actually help you out and not just give you some ibuprofen or something. I don't know, this is my example.
Yeah, I'd kind of have to agree with that. I mean, it's not the military. And people are here, they are going to help you out. And I don't know, I mean, me, it's like when I got out of the military, it was, dealing with a lot of Vietnam guys who are like, don't go to the VA, man. The VA is the worst place in the world. You don't want to go there. Then I finally went to the VA and I was like, damn, this was nice. It's like I went to the VA in Austin. It was in the middle of COVID. That's when I finally got benefits after 30 years. And everybody's like, do you need help doing this? Let's guide you through this. I'm like, I'm not a kid. I can figure this out. But it just kind of felt weird because everybody at the VA was super helpful. But that's how people here are too. But even beyond that, man, everybody's going to help you with what you need to get there. My student experience has been great. I've only had one professor here that I had issue with, but that was more my issue, man. I didn't want to talk to him. I thought he was he'd always have this phrase that he would say, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then finally I sat down and talked to him. He's like, oh, I just thought we were butting heads. And I was like, no, man, it's just you're saying things. And we sat down. Don't hesitate to talk to your professors too. Everybody that I've found here is just fantastic. Even if you think that there's something, maybe go talk to a counselor, maybe talk to Charisse, maybe talk to anybody else that's over at the VA Center, and just get a little bit of guidance. But don't hesitate to reach out to your professors because they're going to help you out, man.
So going from being an engineman in the Navy to being a college student at Forsyth Tech has been one of the most stress-free and relaxing gigs I've ever been in. If I'm being honest, I went from working 18 hours a day, 6 days a week, to now having assignments due once a week, So as long as you stay on top of your stuff, it's going to be easier than it was in the military. And I can almost guarantee that. Unless you're going to be like a rocket scientist or something like that, Another thing I would say is definitely look into the resources like the VRNE. If you have at least 30% disability, go for the VRNE. Go for those other areas that are going to help you further your education even more than just using the GI Bill, because there's a lot of stuff out there that they don't necessarily put out that you could use as well,
How many of y'all heard of VRNE? From Charisse? Man,
They keep that a secret. I'm telling you, that's 48 months of school for free.
At least 48 months. The thing is, this is one thing my brother-in-law, who was on the teams, he told me, he's like, go for VRNE because I blew off getting the Montgomery GI Bill. I was like, I don't have time. I got to start working, man. I started working the day I got out, and kept working all the way up until started going to school. I'm still working, but VR&E, man, if you're on a path, I mean, he's got buddies that went to medical school. He's got buddies that, you know, they got their, um, whatever, JD, they're all lawyers. And it's like, as long as it's a path that you've already decided upon and you express that to them, I mean, they're going to give you a stipend. They're going to pay for school. They're going to pay for books. They're going to give you money to buy a computer. They're going to, I'm like, I mean, I didn't even know about the laptop until Bernie told me about it. He's like, yeah, just ask him for a laptop. Asked her for a laptop. Boom, got me a laptop. And it's, I mean, they cover up to like $1,000 of a laptop. So you're not going to get the best one, but they'll pay for $1,000 worth of it. I mean, it's an amazing program. And I think, I mean, I want to talk to Paige about that part of it. You might have to use your GI Bill first, and then you can get into VR&E. I'm not 100% on that, but it's
Yeah,
a great
so-
program if you haven't.
So you apply for the VRNE once you've started using your GI Bill because they want to verify that you're in school actively, and then they'll switch it over. But one thing that is going to help. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you use it all, man. I'm thinking about going back to Texas because I'm from Texas. I enlisted in Texas. If any of y'all enlisted in Texas and don't know about the Hazelwood Act, take advantage of that because after you're done with all of the other stuff, Hazelwood Act pays for 4 more years of school. So get your doctorate if you can.
Answer's always no unless you ask.
Underwater basket weaving.
Okay, thank you guys so much. This concludes. If you guys have any questions, does anybody have any questions for our students? They gave you all you need. Okay, y'all having all y'all need today. It's a lot of information, I know. Okay, you guys are good. Thank y'all. So please remember their faces because they are currently students. They're getting ready to all graduate and leave us pretty soon. So you'll be our new faces for SciTech. But so we are going to tour our Veterans Center. Has anybody not been to the Veterans Center? Oh, good. So we're going to tour our Veterans Center. And so there is a surprise when you get there. Walt should be here somewhere. I lost him. Oh, so he'll be in the Veteran Center. If he's not, then we'll still figure it out. But we're going to tour the Veteran Center, and then we're going to pick up lunch, and we'll do a working lunch. If you have, so this is the big things, okay? So if you have already registered after this, and if you do not want to talk to any of our resources after you do your onboarding, right? So after the onboarding, you can leave, okay? But if you have not registered, or you need to ask some questions of our VA or our financial aid, you will, and you don't want to talk to none of the resources. But while you're here, if you need to talk to somebody, please do so you can just get it over with. So on the first day of school, you are so ready. I know this is a pretty intensive information day, but you need it. One more thing. So if you are taking classes, there is this new rule. So if you haven't heard it, you just need to hear it, okay? So there is a 14-day rule. So I know they're going to reiterate, but I just want to tell you, so it's a plug. So there's a 14-day rule. If you do not get on and turn in a assignment, not just get on, turn an assignment in for your classes, and the 14 days counts all Monday through Sunday, right? So if it's 14 consecutive, then you will be dropped from your classes. And there is, listen, nothing I can do. I can do a lot, but I cannot do anything with that. It is a school-wide thing, and they do not budge, right? It is written in every single article of things that you're going to look at, right? Your syllabus, your whatever. They talk to you about it all the time. So make sure, so if you're online, it's the same thing. If you're not giving your, turning in assignments, or you miss something, they're dropping you. So make sure that you pay attention to that. I am so serious. You have to do a course entry assignment. All this is going to be, again, talked about, but make sure that you do your course entry assignment. Your classes will be on your Blackboard the day classes start. So you don't have to freak out. They don't let you work ahead. You ain't working ahead, okay? If you get your books before, read your book. I mean, I can't tell you what the assignment will be. I'm just saying, you know, those are just some things that I know that people get really nervous about, and they'll start emailing us like floods of questions, and these are the things that are happening, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get up, so, and you guys can follow me to the Veteran Center. We're gonna go out this door right here.
Hello. Catch your voice. Hello. I think it works okay. Well,
Hello. Okay, guys, we're gonna do by table, so give me just a second. So if you sit at your table, I'll tell you what tables, just so we don't get all bundled up. Okay? So give me just a second, and I'll hit you by table. So we're gonna start here. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, so we're gonna start here. If you guys wanna go ahead, you guys, we're gonna, these three tables. You guys can go, I know you're pregnant, so if you don't feel good.